While we get the cameras rolling.
We're streaming.
Right, thank you very much for attending this extraordinary meeting. I'll explain as we start with the agenda. As we've gone through housekeeping rules already in the previous meeting, I shan't go over those. I'll just remind people, if you wish to speak, please use your microphone to signal that you wish to speak, and please, let's keep the conversations to as we are speaking and not individual conversations. And if you can address them through the chair, I would be obliged. We'll start the meeting then. I'll go to item number 71, public question time. Have any members of the public expressed the wish to speak? No. We'll move on to 72, apologies of absence.
Apologies received from councillors Vickers, Lewis and Stannard. Oh, and Everard, sorry.
Thank you for that. We'll now move on to item 73, declarations of interest. You've all received the documents needed for this meeting. Do any of you have a declaration of interest to be made regarding these two policies we're reviewing? No? Right, thank you. As I introduce the item 74, which is complaints policy, I'll just remind you why we're here for this extraordinary meeting. It was sent out under the background, and we've got two policies that require reviewing, and one of them is the complaints procedure policy, and the other is the standing orders. These need reviewing and prior to the 6th of June, and this is following feedback from the triage team for the local council award status. So, as you know, we've applied for a gold status, and it's going through the process, and these two policies were flagged as requiring updating. So that's why we're here. The first one that we've to approve is the complaints procedure policy. You've had a second revision in time for consideration, which had I think 2 amendments from the first revision. I've read through these. I've raised a couple of issues with the executive officer, but I don't believe that they prevent the policy from being approved. If we have, if anybody would like to speak on it first before I ask for a proposer, would anybody like to speak on the complaints procedure policy? No. In which case, can I have a proposer to accept that policy? And a seconder, please. And seconded by, so proposed by Councillor Watkins, seconded by Councillor Cole. All those in favour? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, unanimous. Right, thank you for that. We'll now move on to the standing orders to approve the amendments to the adopted standing orders as per NALC model standing orders, circulated with track changes. Would anybody like? No. Yes, we do like.
So this was deferred from the annual meeting of the parish council, understandably, because approving it would conflict with the current council's complaints procedure policy. But now the complaints procedure policy has been updated in relation to who a resident or person would make a complaint about a councillor. I believe that the standing orders, as circulated with the amendments which adopt or take on the NAUC modelling, latest NAUC model standing orders, are able to be approved on that basis.
Obviously, I raised the original objection at full council. I've read through the standing orders and the complaints policy, and I fully believe they're compliant now. So, unless you want any other discussions, I'm happy to propose approval.
Well, I'll allow other councillors to say whether or not they wish to make any comments regarding the standing orders amendments. No? In which case, can I have a proposer of the for the revision of the standing orders? Councillor Watkins has proposed. Councillor Pearce has seconded. All in favour? 1, 2, 3, 4. All in favour, so unanimous. So,
I'll action getting those uploaded to the website, and the updated application for the local council award will be sent out Friday.
good.
If there are any changes that Councillor Moore has proposed to the complaints procedure, could you let me have a copy of it if it's approved?
It was asking for clarification on a number of issues,
There's
and
no,
I think
there's no amendment.
so. There were no amendments, but if the executive officer feels there is a need of amendments, then we'll be coming back to you. But he believes that he can explain my queries. But I'd just like to thank you again for coming out and making this meeting, because it was important that we got these two policies approved in order to move forward. So thank you very much. And of course, the next meeting is at the full council meeting, which is on the 16th of July. So I look forward to seeing you again then. Many thanks again, and this meeting is now closed.
Meeting end time 7:16, but also note we're late starting.